said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Georgia Bulldogs. Taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Trying to create some confusion. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Completion to the right. Spins him. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
The offense changing the play. Looking to throw on first down. Tight end getting vertical. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
And the Hurricanes will have it 1st and 10. He wants to throw it again. On the run, still looking. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And he was off target there, but I tell you what, I'll expect to see more of that. They do a really good job in this offense of getting the running back the football in the passing game. Just let him make plays, let him be a difference maker, ball getting to him in space. So I expect we'll see more of that throughout this game.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. It's complete to the right.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Canes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. The give to the back. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
The Canes back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll move the wide receiver. Might as well give it to him again. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
To the air on 2nd down. Pocket breaking down. It's complete on the right side. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. He wants to change this route. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Flips it out to the back. Races down to the 2 and stopped just short of the goal line as he goes out of bounds.
You blitz me, I'm getting the ball out of my hands. Really good job understanding that by the offensive coordinator, this quarterback, seeing the blitz, getting the ball to a playmaker, letting him do some damage. And more importantly, I don't have to throw it way down the field. Just get the first down.
And the Canes have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Canes!
You're the better team. You're playing at home. That's the way you start a football game. Putting a drive together, getting 6 on the board, taking the lead. Nice start by this offense.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They go 83 yards on the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. With the back. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. For some teams, the road into the top 25 can be a little more treacherous than for others. And once you get there, you've got to convince the rest of the country you deserve to stay.
And I think that's what's next for this squad. They've earned the right to get in the top 25. People are noticing what they're doing. Now, let's continue to build on it because they haven't proven they're a top 10 team, and they want to get to that point.
Yeah, let's stay hungry. Let's not be satisfied with the fact that we just broke into the top 25.
There he goes. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
The give to the back. Oh, gives him the tough, stiff arm. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. To the air, it's Rasmussen. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
They're dealing with with a 2nd and long. Toss to the outside. Oh, he's got a chance. He'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 33-yard line.
Well, nice job there by the running back. They toss it to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good game for this offense.
Trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Gilliam. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
Running back searching for a hole. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give to the tailback. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the air, it's Rasmussen. Looking to the end zone. And the pass is incomplete, and that wraps up the 1st quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. Fourth down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
From the gun, running back on the move. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his feet to buy time. Complete to the right. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The Hurricanes will snap it on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to adjust the pattern. Going to swing it on 2nd down. That pass is incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And the Hurricanes line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. This Bulldog offense. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball as well.
What they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to throw. It's Rasmussen. The screen, and watch out. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Georgia comes quickly to the line. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes a grab for a big play. He's loose down the middle. Touchdown, Georgia. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets a block. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And he was virtually unblockable on that play. You know, it reminds me of seeing the highlights of my partner here, David Pollock, a guy that doesn't like to talk about his own greatness, so I'll do it for him. David raised the bar in the standard for D-line play at the University of Georgia. It was his athleticism. It was his tenacity. He wasn't just getting sacks and tackles for losses. He was picking off passes and taking them to the house. He was like the honey badger before the honey badger, but playing D-line. All-time.
Might be changing the route. Wide receiver going in motion. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. Mental errors like that just kill drives. We'll see if they can overcome it. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Under fire. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Offense will have to use its first time out of the half. Leaves it with the running back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Yeah, and a great job by the offensive line, seeing the blitz, picking it up, and then it's on the running back. Running back finds a hole, gets a little bit of a crease, makes a nice run at it.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Scanning the field, it's Rasmussen. Starting to feel a little pressure. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Dogs! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he's going to bring this one out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Quick pass on the jet motion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Back to pass on second down. Under fire. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Quarterback making adjustments. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. The quick out. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
And a great play design here in this type of situation. Obviously, trailing, you're trying to put something up on the scoreboard and just using the sideline, using the boundary, getting the ball out of bounds and stopping the clock.
And the Canes with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Firing to the right, complete. He gets it inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 17. The Canes want to crank the tempo. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Canes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Quarterback may change this route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Oh, not enough space. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Got his man quickly. Touchdown, Miami! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
That is exactly how you want to end halves. Put a drive together, score the touchdown, a chance to tie this up, and take all the momentum into halftime.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Now they'll run it on the toss. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. These corners going to give these receivers some space. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Hurricanes will line up to kick off and start the second half. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're like, turning it on! Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to pass. It's Rasmussen. A strike downfield. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to...
He's going for the big play. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
So now it's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Pressure coming. They get to him as he throws. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Dogs come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Looking to throw, it's Rasmussen. Working that left side now. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
The Dogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Toss sweep to the right. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And if you want to bring all your tight ends in the game, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in more linebackers, more defensive linemen, get ready for the run, less speed on the field, especially when you get down here in the red zone. I feel like I can match up man-to-man with those tight ends in the back end. Nice job understanding a run was coming.
Lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Out of the backfield, he's open. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They knock him down finally, but all kinds of room to the right. The 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Hurricane. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And that's just the guy you want to find that. Ball's loose. Who do you want to get it? One of your little fast guys. The defensive back picks it up and turns on the afterburners, takes it all the way back for the touchdown.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. To throw, it's Rasmussen. Quarterback moving. He wants it all. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off.
And it's just a bad decision by the quarterback. I get that he's outside the pocket and plays breaking down, but you can't force it into your top receiver. If he's not open, you got to throw it away. The defense took advantage with the interception.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Last time they had it, just an aerial assault. Precision execution, moved right down the field and put it in the end zone. Running to the left. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Moving out of the pocket. Throwing on the run. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Quickly complete. Slips one guy, now he's loose. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks.
And first down for the offense.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Use the play fake, now to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. Rolling right and going deep. Makes the grab inside the 30. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24. You get a guy who can do that on the outside, and is sort of in the DNA of Miami's program.
Yeah, just speed. Those are guys that put fear in you. Those are the track stars. The Sunshine State produces so many of them. Those guys can absolutely fly.
Spits it out to the back. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for a man. It's Madden. Just tried to drop a little floater in there, and it's incomplete.
And I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
On third and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the fourth down.
He got it. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The corners are walked up tight. They'll go to the ground. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Georgia going up tempo.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. motion from the wide receiver. To the air, it's Rasmussen. Shoots it to the left. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Buys a little extra time. On the run, deep down the right side. Touchdown, Georgia! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
No, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Running game worked on first down. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. This is a designed run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And the Hurricanes come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Making side adjustments here. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Fires to the big fella. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Canes want to move quickly. To the air on 1st down. Finds his tight end. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. The Canes are flying down the field.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, number 19. Returns it down to the 35-yard line as they cash in on the opportunity to force a turnover.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Georgia.
D showing blitz. They might be bluffing. Give to the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver comes in motion. Dropping back, it's Rasmussen. Pulls it in, it's Thorne. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting and keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it. Keep getting those stats.
Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Off play action on first down. Using his legs to buy some time. He'll pull it down. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Bring in the heat. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions, but sees zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Hits him in stride inside the 10. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! They've built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, every game in CUSA is so very critical. How about this one today? Louisiana Tech is on top, but it's not like Terry Bradshaw is playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by just one.
Touchdown, Canes! Special teams coming through, the third aspect of the game, delivering big time. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And they tacked on the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. They'll go to the counter. Breaks into the open. And he'll be smacked to the ground. The Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Complete on 3rd down. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Motion from the back. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to scramble. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Quarterback making checks. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Fires left. Right on the money. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Dumps it off in the flats. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. And the Canes want to pick up the tempo. Looking to throw on 1st down. Extending the play. He'll try to do it himself. And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run, but that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass. Going to try to get it himself. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Looking downfield, it's Madden. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. They make the stop right at the 10-yard line, but oh, what a turn of momentum with that interception.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
They'll try the run, and they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Situation like this late in the game, and the offense might be content just to barge right into the middle of that crowded run D. Rushes on him. Finds a soft spot in the middle. There he goes. The 20. He's at the touchdown Bulldogs. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. He might want another play. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
Got a man. It's Jamison. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Here's a throw downfield late. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them. They had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team. If they play like that, moving forward, if they put their A game together in all three phases, this is a team we're going to be talking about very, very late in the season.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.